Hi everybody and welcome to Simply Scuba. We are now getting into March and more of the brand's 2022 lineups are finally arriving on our shelves, so let's jump straight in. The first one is a big move from Fourth Element. They're moving into the mask and fin market. Fourth Element, they're well known for their great wetsuits, dry suits, undersuits and sort of exposure protection. They've also been making some great bags as well for a while now, but last month they announced their Scout mask, which has 4 different lens options and a elastic strap. I'm not going to spend too much time on the Scout because I've already covered it quite a lot on the channel already, but last weekend was the Go Diving show and Fourth Element announced their Rec fins, which are very reminiscent of the Maris Avanti Quattro fins, which is hardly a bad thing, but the Rec really stands for recycled. The full blade is made from recycled materials for a lower impact on the environment, but as a pair of fins, they're a very tried and tested design. I'd be impressed if any of you don't recognize the general design because it's so darn popular and practical. That 4-channel design is really the perfect balance of power and control for all sorts of different types of diving, so you'll see them all over the world. The bungee heel strap has 6 different points of adjustment, so it's quick and easy to put on, but if you prefer it to be a little bit tighter than it already is or a little bit looser, you can just adjust it. Or if you're changing boots between different dives, you can adjust the length of the strap. So yeah, check out the Rec fins. Suunto released some of their packs for their Eon Core and D5 dive computers. The pack is basically a dive computer and it has a tank pod included at a lower price to try and save yourself some money when you're buying them both together. That, as well as a few bungee mounts for the Suunto Zoop Novo and the Viper Novo dive computers and the Eon Core dive computer for a bungee mounted computer instead of one of those long flappy watch style buckle straps. Apeks released a few things this month. The first one is the Thermiq Dry Suit Boots, a pretty tough pair of lightweight boots for your dry suit with a really great Vibram sole that gives you a decent amount of grip and mesh panels along the sides to get rid of any trapped air on the inside quickly and for any water to drain out as well after your dive. Then the really big one in my eyes, they've redesigned their Lifeline Spools. A few years back, Apeks released their colourful Lifeline Spools, which were colour-coded to their different lengths so you know which one you were grabbing. They had a tough and lightweight aluminium body and every part of them was just optimized for diving, from flared sides so you can reel it back in a bit easier to orange tape line instead of a round white line, and Apeks have upgraded them and made them even more sexy, so now I want the new 2.0 version with a rubberized edge and larger holes around the side and new funky laser etched details. And finally for March, Garmin rocked the boat by releasing their Descent G1 dive computer. The G1 is basically a non-color screen version of the Mark II. It's a watch-size smartwatch with full scuba diving capabilities. So you get all of the heart rate monitor, the GPS, the multi-sport fancy modes on the inside, and Garmin wireless payments as well for your normal above water day-to-day life. But you also get everything from free diving to rebreather modes with a built-in compass, and because it doesn't have that color screen, it's much more power efficient. And with the solar model, you get the G1 and the G1 Solar. It has a teeny tiny little solar panel on the front of it, and of course if you wear that out in the sun, it's going to top up the battery as you go. They do claim that you can run it exclusively from solar charging, but only in like a special power save mode, and it can run indefinitely. But in normal scuba diving mode, with a full battery, you're getting a good 25 hours, so that's pretty good for a battery. But it's still nice that you can just top it up by wearing it outside. But this one, at this price point, is really going to rock the boat for some of the other computer manufacturers. Now, there are a few other bits like flip-flops and swimming wetsuits and goggles and stuff that arrived on the wetsuit, but I didn't figure that you'd want to hear too much about those. And Fourth Element have 2 new colours for their Gulper insulated water bottle, if you want those. Links down below. All of the things that I've spoken about today are available on our website simplyscuba.com whilst stocks last, obviously. I'll put links to each of them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and of course, stay diving.